There's a new DCU show coming out later this year in just a few months, and it's called Lanterns. It follows Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. It looks like it's kind of a training event. They released a trailer, but some people aren't too happy about it, not too excited.
It's giving very first episode, if that makes sense. You know how like sometimes they'll pull trailers, but they'll try to keep majority of it kind of in like just like that very low knowledge first episode, simple, not giving a lot away kind of feel. Because when you think Green Lantern or lanterns in general, you think in space, suits, glowing hands thing, you know what I mean? You think very cosmic and very superpower heavy. I kind of like that the tone was none of that.
Okay, well, I think you might be on the minority. At least online, the vocal majority has a problem with how grounded it feels. Like you're saying, like, where's the cosmic stuff? Where's the action? Like, this looks like it's like CSI, like another grounded TV show.
I love that because I think we're going to get the cosmic show, but I think the big thing that they're trying to get across is that it's more than just the cosmic fun alien stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they mentioned that. Like, he literally was talking about the other Green Lanterns. One of them's a squirrel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like I think we're going to see that cosmic stuff, but I also think we're going to get something that I feel like we never really got growing up watching a lot of things that had the Green Lantern in them, which was character development and character depth. I don't think we got a lot of that. Even like one of my favorite shows as a kid was the old school Justice League. Jon Stewart, I don't think ever cracked a smile once in the entire show. Like, there was, you know what I mean? Like, there was no real rawness to him other than the fact that he's this broody dude who's a Green Lantern, and he just maintained that BA kind of persona throughout the entire show. Yeah.
How did you feel about the portrayal so far we have for like Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart? Do you feel like they have chemistry together? Do you like the castings? Or does it feel right to you?
Yeah, I think Hal Jordan I like the kind of vibe that he's kind of older. He's almost giving like I'm a retired Green Lantern kind of vibe. I like that. I like that kind of old guy showing the new guy, like the young new guy, the new ropes and stuff. I know there was some mixed feedback about Jon Stewart. Some people, I literally listened to a guy talk about the fact that he wasn't black enough because...
Oh my God.
Yeah, because Jon Stewart's character, when they first made him, was supposed to be like this big representation of black people in comics, which I love, and that is awesome. That is great. But being black is more than just the amount of melanin in your skin. You know what I mean?
100%.
We don't need to get into all that.
Yeah.
But I do think I think he portrays him well. Like
me too. I think it's very consistent. Like you were talking about how like broody he was in the Justice League Unlimited, and I feel like he's given like I'm the structured guy, and Hal Jordan is the glass cannon guy though. Yeah. I mean, he jumps out of the car.
Literally,
I
think we're going to get a little more of like the character depth behind them and their stories and things. I am curious. There are some notes about it that I'm like, okay, because Hal Jordan made a point in the trailer to mention that he's the only Earthling.
Yeah, the only human Green
Lantern. And I'm like, brother, what about Guy Gardner? So I'm curious about the timeline of this.
I'm also, that's a worry that a lot of people have online because this show is being made by HBO, right? Yeah. It's part of the DCU. But it was kind of in production before like Superman was. Yeah. So it's kind of like they're kind of making it fit and they're making it work together. But I do think a part of it is people are concerned about the consistency because of that. Like Hal Jordan says he's the only human. What about Guy? If you're a DCU fan excited to see where the timeline's going to go, you kind of start questioning yourself of like, do these guys have it figured out? Do they know what they're talking about?
I mean, clearly he knows Guy Gardner is a superhero because it's already been made known in the DC universe that Guy Gardner is not some hidden Green Lantern. No. He is the face of an organization. He is a part of a team. I'm curious about the timeline there. I'm curious about if they do make it fit to where they all exist in the same universe, because I mean that's honestly how it is in the comics. Like there's more than one Earth Green Lantern at a time, and that's okay. It's like they go by sectors or whatever. Yeah. If they do make it fit, I am curious about the suits because I know that's another big criticism is the brown looking. Yeah,
it doesn't look very green.
Doesn't look very green. But again, I think that might be Hal Gordon's kind of like, I'm old, retired, kind of lost my edge kind of suit, which I'm here for considering that Guy Gardner's was very white and green, like way more vibrant. So that makes me also wonder, what is Jon Stewart's suit going to look like? How different and how...
It's also... There's so many complicated things about it. First of all, that they even had a closet full of suits where people are used to the Green Lantern
ring.
manifesting it themselves. And so,
but we got over that with Guy Gardner. No one questioned that because I don't.
No, you're right. No one questioned that.
It's only because of the Lantern show. People were okay with it because he was already kind of in like a superhero-esque suit.
Yeah,
no one questioned that.
Another thing that people are worried about is they also released an image for this show with a tagline, and the tagline says only one can wear the ring or something like that. And well, that's a problem, right? If there's only one ring between Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, people are concerned that means that by the end of the show, there's not going to be a Hal Jordan. Because the way Hal got the ring is that an alien, a Green Lantern, crashed into Earth, died,
gave him the ring,
and that's how Hal Jordan got the ring. So people are saying like, if Jon Stewart's going to get the ring, that's what needs to happen to Hal. And so people are upset, one, that we're not going to get Hal Jordan for long, but two, that they would even introduce this and just immediately get rid of Hal. We already know what's going to happen in the show.
No, I'm calling it now. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's like only one can wear the ring, and Hal Jordan, for some reason, feels like he has to pass the baton on to someone, and he picks Jon Stewart, and they become this whole, like, I got to train you, but, oh, you're not really worthy even though you think you are. And then he kind of pulls a whole Thor thing and proves his worthiness, and then he gets his own ring. I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be one of those moments.
I really like that.
Where like he's going to get his own ring and kind of like remanifest his own version of the Green Lantern. That's where we might see like a newer, more modern suit. If you ask me, bring back the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern suit. No, that looked rough. No, there are things about it that don't get me wrong. Ryan Reynolds in any role, I'm not upset, but I did kind of like how over the top animated and kind of cosmic and superpowery his suit felt.
Right. So I do think a lot of the criticisms people have on the trailer for this Lantern show is kind of like people, like the creators of the show were really trying not to do the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie again. And so they were like, okay, that movie was too spacey, it was too green,
so
it was
Wild
too silly.
Wild West. So
let's switch it up completely.
Let's take it to the country.
Yeah. So I'm 50-50 on it because I'm excited about it. I love these characters. It's an HBO show, so it has like that level of like prestige and notoriety of like the team that's making it. It's HBO. And I like the grounded nature, the whole idea of like space cops and we're like telling a story. That sounds fun.
That's what they're supposed to be though too. Like people need to remember, Green Lanterns are not just superheroes. They're literally meant to be space cops. Yeah. Basically like in certain sectors, like they're supposed to protect that space, that area, whatever it may be. And like, so when they start acting like cops and catching bad guys, cool, that's their job. I love when something feels like, even if I knew nothing about it, like for example, my wife, we've been watching a lot of, we just finished the Deadpool movies and stuff. So she did not grow up on Marvel. She did not grow up on DC. So I've been introducing her to all this stuff.
Right.
I like when I see a show, a trailer for a show that I'm like, hey, I can show this to my wife and give her no knowledge like going in, and she might still enjoy it because it has its own set and structured story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Lanterns, this trailer makes it look like you can just dive in.
Yeah, it feels like we could just dive into it, and it's just going to be a cool like murder mystery, solve whatever's going on in this small town. Why does this guy have superpowers? I don't know, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because on the flip side, if it was in space, and then you get Kilowog, and then you get Chip. Yeah, there's like who's the squirrel?
All these people name dropping all these like planets and this power system, and it's like that's so nerdy and fun. Don't get me wrong, I love that big nerdy and fun stuff, but sometimes you need something to kind of slow bring you into that for people that aren't huge into the lore like we are.
And I do think it'll be a way in because right now it's rumored that Jon Stewart is going to be present in Man of Tomorrow.
That'd be
the
awesome.
Next movie James Gunn is doing next year.
Yeah, now I'm really curious about the timeline. So where the heck does Hal Gordon think he is the only
Green Lantern? I'm not sure. See, I feel like this show doesn't take place before anything. I think it's like Superman happens, then this show happens, or they happen at the same time. But still, it doesn't make sense to me that
plot twist. Guy Gardner's dead.
I'd hate that.
What if this show literally starts off and with like Guy Gardner dies?
Maybe. I mean,
or he lost his ring.
A spoiler alert, but like for Endgame, I was shook when they not Endgame, Infinity War. I was shook when they killed off Loki, like right off the rip.
Dude,
could not believe it.
Third time that Loki dies in the series. Anyways,
Can't get over him.
Yeah.
Can I put my 2 cents in?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that Hal Jordan might be lying or he's just excommunicated. But I'm like, Hal Jordan, if he's not lying, it could be an excuse to tell Jon Stewart, like, well, this is why, we're not around a bunch of other lanterns.
He's lost the connection.
He's excommunicated. Maybe he's being forced to pass on his ring, and that's why he's kind of gruff about it.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Listen, wild storyline probably will never happen, but I think it'd be cool television. He gets excommunicated, right? He loses because, like, for those of you who know and don't know, the colors go off of certain aspects of basically like
So like
humanity,
the emotion spectrum.
like not even but emotions. Green being will. Like maybe he loses the will to be a Green Lantern type thing.
Yeah.
So maybe he thinks, and honestly, like the way that lantern even looked, like the physical lantern, that looked old and crusty, dusty.
It does.
Like, so I'm wondering if he is trying to like pass this torch on to someone else so we could steal it back. Because that would kind of tie into the tagline of like there can only be one.
Ooh.
Where he's kind of like basically trying to like relight this fire type deal to basically still the will. Like I am curious about the cosmic-y stuff because I am wondering, are they going to even mention like the Yellow Lantern Corp and like here? Are they going to like who's the big bad? The big bad better not be that sheriff. I'm sorry. Like
you want to see like a superpowered villain.
It doesn't have to be a superpowered villain, but just someone truly menacing.
Not just like a regular.
Not just a regular. What is a
small
sheriff,
town problem?
What is a small town sheriff going to do to a guy that can literally just shoot you in his face? Like,
I'm very hopeful. I know this is like the second show in the DCU kind of live action show after Peacemaker last year. I also love the setup that we're doing so far of like big movie right after TV show.
Yeah.
I love that. I hope they got some opportunities to connect them somehow. We can see some crossover happening between the actors. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's hoping for a little too much.